Hi there, YouTube. Welcome to another exciting week in tech. On This Week in Tech with Karl and Justin. I'm Karl. This is Justin, and we like to talk tech. How you doing tonight, Justin?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. It's been kind of a fun week here. Hope everybody out there is having a great week. Thank you guys all for stopping by. Do want to do a quick shout out to some of you that have already joined the chat there. Stuck in Georgia, first comment, way to go. Craig over at Craig's Tech Talk, that's my brother if you don't already know. How's it going, Craig? Glad to see you can make it. We got Mark in here. Thank you guys all for stopping by. Hopefully get some more views there. Oh, Modern Day Tech all over it. Thanks for stopping by. So, well, we have some interesting stuff going on this week in tech. More news as far as some of the follow-up stories that we've talked about in the past. But anything new with you, Justin?
Not really. Just
not really.
Working.
Same stuff, different day.
Yeah.
Yep. iPac just joined us. Thank you, iPac. Well, it is April 4th, and that means April 1st was just 3 days ago, and everybody knows April 1st, April Fool's Day. There are some great jokes rolling around on the web. We'll get to some of those later on in the show here that we found, but let's talk with some serious stuff here. This is actually something I'm really excited about. I think I'll buy one of these in a heartbeat. The Newegg iBright RGB CPU. So look at this thing. It is just absolutely crazy. 100 cores, 200 threads, DDR5 RAM. Sure, probably. 1.4 petahertz. That is a beastly process, right?
We're having trouble keeping 6 gigahertz.
Uh-huh.
This is 1,000 times, or no, that gigahertz, terahertz, 1,000,000 times faster than that. That is
$5,000. You can have one of these.
Faster.
28 PCI lanes. Oh, you're really gonna use more? Please.
Yeah.
I thought this was great when I saw this. Justin found this, and also don't delid these. Seriously, you'll break all the RGB.
So
you'll hurt our feelings.
The funniest thing about this is if you look in the overview, it talks about how it's RGB.
Mm-hmm.
Red, green, blue. If you want more, it's microtransactions.
Where is this at? New range, introducing that. Beauty for all the beholders. RGB. The lights aren't just cosmetic. Task manager, BIOS, see what's going on with your PC. This is insane. Science fact. No, where?
It's at least in the video. I thought it was somewhere in the text too.
Oh yeah. So during the whole video, you have to pay for a microtransaction in order to get anything
other than red,
I like
green, and blue.
Yep, I like that. That looks pretty slick.
I didn't get a chance to tell anybody about it because I was distracted and busy. But if you click on View More Details, if you had done that, it's right there where you'd normally buy. It says April Fools, enter for a chance to win a 9900K.
Why did you not tell me that?
Because that's less chance for me to win a second one.
There's only 31,000 entries. Like, that is not bad at all. You couldn't have told me that?
I told a few people, but then I forgot about it.
We're not friends anymore.
Yeah, probably not. I can leave.
I can leave. So, I thought that was a pretty good one. But on a serious note here, got some cool news in the world of YouTube and their YouTube TV. Obviously, they're kind of expanding on some of their options out there. Obviously, they have the YouTube Music. You get premium versions of those. But now you can actually get TV. And this is live TV. So this is, and we were actually looking at this a little bit ago. If you go to their website, you can actually type in your zip code, and it will show you all the channels you get. And so with this, you get 67, I think is what we figured. 67 channels for $40 a month. You get 6 different accounts per household, meaning you have 6 different people signed up for this. And then you get cloud DVR with no storage limit. So you can record all those shows, you fast forward through commercials and whatnot. And $40 a month.
Yeah,
which is not bad.
I like the ability to get the more local channels. And it's not a bad price. The channels that you get, if you look through there, like look, there's BBC.
BBC America, BBC World News.
There's great shows
some
on
locals.
that. Disney for the kids.
Yep.
ESPN on there.
ESPN, FX.
I mean, there's a lot of pretty decent channel sci-fi. Can't forget sci-fi. True TV. You could watch Adam Ruins Everything.
Adam Ruins Everything. You can watch that on there. Craig had to chime in. He says, "Go with PlayStation View. More channels that are better." And he says no Discovery channels. I think, depending on what you watch or what you're really liking more of.
Yeah, I've not really looked into it. I've not had TV service in 8 years.
Yeah, neither have I. I mean, I've gone pretty much
Netflix streaming.
Yeah, exactly.
The
occasional stuff.
Well, occasional over-the-air. But I don't really watch that much for shows. I usually watch YouTube.
Yeah.
I've seen all the YouTube videos.
I've seen all the...
Except for
have
Craig's.
you really? You've seen all of them except for Craig's. Sorry about that, Craig. I get... Stuck in Georgia says he gets all that for $5 a month. Who are you going through? Because that's a heck of a deal, getting all the standard cable options. Are you in a promotional thing where you get it for $5 a month? And then after a year, you have to pay $90? That's the question.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know what gets you all of that for $5 a month, because that's
a
crazy good deal.
We've both worked at Charter at one point, which is local cable company, or not just local, cable company. And, I think that was years ago, and it was $40 a month just for the standard channels, which was local, and then a lot of those TBS, CBS... or TBS, TNT, Discovery channels.
Yeah,
it's got to be more
basic was
now.
45. More if you didn't have another live service, but everybody has internet. I mean, that's the one thing about cable companies is the cable internet is second only to fiber.
Yeah.
In reliability and speed. At least in my experience in this area. It's different for everybody, but in this area, cable's better.
Let's see. So Stuck in Georgia saying no, he's only paying $5 a month, and it's through IPTV, which I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up for anybody that's interested out there. So you can subscribe now. Works with all those devices, movies, TV shows.
Is Chromecast on there?
Is Chromecast on there? Compatible with Android. I'd imagine you'd be able to have some sort of casting option. Go away. So you subscribe. Where's it showing the cost on here? 3 months for €30. I think that's euros. I could be wrong. 6 months. So 3 for 30, 10.
That'd be 10 a month.
Yeah, 10 a month.
So 6 for 40 would be less than that. Do they have
so I guess there it is.
A year for 60, so that's 5 a month.
Yeah, okay. And that makes sense.
You buy it a year at a time.
That's a pretty sweet deal.
Does that include local channels though? Or is that only
I'd be interested in that.
Why does that have so many pop-ups? That's crazy.
That is I already do not like this site.
Again,
there's another one. Somebody else. Christo from France recently purchased a subscription.
Yeah.
I don't care. Oh, there's Christo from the United Kingdom. So if there's a third Christo, I'm gonna just find this completely
The random name generator is broken.
Oh, no. Jay Cronus from United Kingdom. Okay, thanks for changing that up, IPTV.
Yeah.
But, so, I mean, there are other options out there. Craig did a couple of videos on, I know he did the PlayStation View. I think he did the DirecTV. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Craig. I don't watch enough TV to really justify that. Getting the subscription like that, aside from maybe that IPTV if it was available here, which I will look more into that. But definitely check out his videos. iPac says 40 channels. Do you use Vice Scripts to change channels? What's wrong with that? Is there something wrong with using Vice Scripts?
Vice Scripts fixed my shower the other day.
Yeah, he for the longest time he's been using Vice Scripts just to turn a shower on and off.
Yeah. Who needs a handle? You got Vice Scripts.
Yeah. Vice Scripts, duct tape, baling wire, fixes anything.
Local channels included. That's cool. I think if I were to get TV again,
something
that's
like
probably
that. Yeah, for $5
I'll have to see if there's a way to stream it to my Chromecast.
And then
I imagine
like
there's a way to do it. And as long as I can do that, then yeah, that seems like a way better deal than the YouTube deal.
Let's see up here. I do want to back up a little bit. Let's see. Stuck in Georgia was talking about checking out new products from Wise. It's on YouTube. The Wise Sense, apparently. Let's see what we got here for the Wise Sense. So the Wise cams, I haven't gotten any of that yet. Wise Sense security kit. I haven't got any of that yet, but Craig actually has one of those. He did a review on that, and I thought that's a pretty slick system there. And now apparently, why is there ads? Ad blocker's not working very well.
So many
but
ads.
Yeah, WiseCam, the $20 Wise Sense security kit. Inexpensive contact and motion sensor, yeah. So
contact sensors you'd put on like the edge of a door or window to see if they
like
open.
These right. Can you guys not? Yeah, it's not capturing mouse movement on this.
Yeah.
It goes on and off, I think. But yeah, on the left there, it's got the sensors so that if a door opens or a window opens, you have that linked into your WiseCam system. I'm assuming the one on the right there is a bridge, sensor? And then the one in the middle there is the motion sensor.
Is that
Mark
looks like
Gump.
one of those cameras that hang from the ceiling.
No, I think that one's just a motion sensor. Yeah. Mark Gump says, "Why haven't you gotten a WiseCam? Craig basically demanded that we buy them. Because Craig hasn't sent me one, and I'm just a poor boy. Nobody loves me. I'm just a poor boy.
Yeah.
Coming from a poor family. If you say the words to a song, can you get copyrighted?
I don't know if you sang the words, you'd get copyrighted.
So if I started singing it, are you gonna get a copyright?
Only you though.
Only me. Oh, okay, gotcha. But no, I haven't gotten any of the WiseCams yet. I have a big old dog that scares just about anybody away that doesn't know what she's like. So I don't need security.
Yeah, my little dogs scare people.
Yeah, he's got 3 pugs.
3 pugs. Pugs are the best dogs.
I'm gonna have to disagree there.
You're allowed to disagree.
I'm allowed to disagree.
Everyone's allowed to be wrong.
Craig says, no, I won't get copyright striked, but they will give me a strike for bad performance. There's going to be somebody on YouTube reviewing this if I started singing, and they'd be like,
One of those vocal coach channels.
Yeah, just copyright strike them like 17 times. We never want them on YouTube again. Yeah. So, let's see. So, speaking of people stepping out of their comfort zones, I guess, Apple Arcade. So this came out, a couple weeks ago, but they've done some updates to it. And I was reading over this article. I found it interesting. So Apple, never really known for gaming. I mean, the iOS, and that's kind of what this is in regards to. All those games you can get on the phone, or if you had the iPod Touch back in the day. Never really known for gaming. Now they really want to kind of step up their gaming performance. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that? You think Apple could somehow make a gaming environment outside of
I think it depends.
iOS type games?
I think it depends, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to compete with free-to-play games.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to...
By selling a game that, rather than free, that has microtransactions, you would actually...
Just buy the game.
buy a $30-$40 game.
And that's actually like so. There's a app that's like Puzzles and Dragons. It's a it's kind of it's a matching game on your phone.
Yep.
And on the phone, it's a pay to win game with microtransactions.
Oh.
But they made a Mario version for the Switch, and that one is a buy once version, and then you get the stuff. Basically, all the powers that you have to pay for in the phone version, you just get on a timer on the app. And so you still get all those bonuses, but you just get them, instead of being able to buy all of them right now, you just
have to earn them.
You can use one every hour.
Okay.
This other one, you can use one a day.
Yeah. And, they've never, like I said, Apple's never really been known for gaming aside from Oregon Trail, something Scarab. I remember playing in, like, elementary school.
Odell Lake. Yes. I think it was more of a learning tool than a game. But I remember that from elementary school. You played a little fish and you had to like swim down when the osprey was coming. And then it would tell you a little thing about fish like to do this so they don't die from the whatever. So it was a learning tool.
Okay, yeah. And a lot of those were learning tools.
Number munchers.
I don't remember that.
Is it your little guy that walks across and you have to eat the right numbers to the math equations?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the games I remember from them. And actually, Craig kind of beat me to the point of something. There's no really mainstream games announced, so you're not going to be able to go out and buy the latest Doom game or Fallout game, anything like that. They're going to have to get developers to make games for that platform.
Right, and I think if they're trying to make it so that platform has better quality games, because that's the thing it talks about is that
because it even says right here they're promising dozens
there are dozens of us
of high quality premium games which solely focus on entertainment or art, not squeezing money out of players, the sort of games that have struggled to find a place in modern app store economy. So no ads, no lockout timers, no in-app purchases, no always-on internet connections. So, monthly fee. And then they're not the only ones going to this let's play on everything. Because, like, that's what they're showing here. Mm-hmm. Play it on your TV, play it on your tablet, phone, laptop, whatever you're using. But they don't really have a backing yet, in my opinion. Maybe there's more information out there that I'm not aware of.
So this is a subscription that you pay Apple, and then all the games on it are just not free. You're paying a subscription for them.
Yes.
Okay.
So pay Apple a monthly fee, and it promises access to hundreds of titles that won't be available anywhere else. So there will be cross-platform play that lets you pick up and play on your Mac, iPhone, or your Apple TV, and that's kind of what we're talking about there. So these games will be available nowhere else but Apple Arcade. And right there alone, I see a problem. How many Apple users are looking to... No, you only get selected games for free, says Craig. Well, and that's how many Apple users are looking to play premium quality games.
Yeah, it's because generally there's been a divide. You're an Apple user, which means if you're gaming, you're kind of light gaming, casual gaming, or you're a gamer and then you don't buy Apple because it doesn't play the games. It's also why historically you're a gamer, you don't run Linux because it doesn't play the games. That's getting better. Linux is getting better.
Yeah.
Apple is based on Linux, so they're both Apple and Linux are based on Unix, so they're both. It's kind of related.
Yeah. They have the potential.
They could get potential to get more high end games, but I see this as it seems. It's an interesting idea, and I'd like to see how it plays out because there is that subset of people who own a Mac and use primarily the Mac, but have a PC because they're also a gamer, and like I would rather play on my Mac, but it just doesn't play the games I want to play.
Yeah, and I guess what's gonna really determine the success of this is who they can get to make games for this, for Mac that will run well on Mac that are true mainstream games.
And want to be exclusive to Mac,
Yeah,
which is
and
not classically a gamer ecosystem.
That's going to be the tough one right there. The exclusivity, because I mean, you look at any of the major gaming companies. Ubisoft has Far Cry 5 on every console possible.
Mm-hmm.
Bethesda Games has Skyrim and Fallout on every possible console. And Craig even points out here, it's just mobile gaming that will also run on a Mac.
It won't be PC quality games.
Yeah, it won't be PC quality games.
And that's where, I mean, that line keeps getting blurred. Because I was just the other day found out that you can get Tales from the Borderlands on Android.
No.
Tales from the Borderlands on Android. And so I was playing it, and was working great, you know.
Yeah, that is true. They're optimizing a lot of these games and how they make them to where they can run on just about anything. But you know, like Craig's saying, it's basically just going to be iOS games. What's really the big appeal that people are willing to pay a membership fee for all these other iOS games, and then
the counter to that is the biggest market for gamers is mobile gaming.
I guess I don't play, like, I mean, I have like random.
You're a classic traditional gamer.
Yes, I play on a PC, I play on an Xbox, right. I play on a PS4.
So am I. I also do play a few phone games, but not.
Yeah, I have like
ton.
Little oddball ones that not Candy Crush. Or...
my mom plays phone games.
Yeah, a lot of people. That's how they.
A lot of people's parents play phone games. Grandparents play phone games. The market for mobile games is so much bigger because it's so much at hand now. People just have them. It gets them into that. And this might get them to be like, oh, I can play my Candy Crush on the PC, which you can
not
do
on PC.
Too, or
only on Mac.
On Mac.
Only on Mac. It is not a PC. It is a Mac.
That could get people who are Apple phone users and Apple iPad users to want to actually get a Mac because they want to play the same games they've been playing, but on a bigger screen. So I can see where they're going with it.
Yeah.
I just don't know how successful that's going to be.
Yeah. I do want to do a quick little rant here. So, what does PC stand for?
Personal computer.
Why is a Mac not a personal computer?
It is.
There we go. All right.
It is.
You always hear PC. People refer to PC as a Windows-based machine, and then there's Mac. There's no difference, people. Personal computer. It's just something that's yours. It's a personal computer.
So
moving on. Sorry.
It used to be like way back. PC, was an IBM device, and then other manufacturers made PC compatible.
Yep.
Devices, and that meant it was MS DOS compatible.
Yeah.
Meant the MS DOS would install on it and it would run just like it is a PC from IBM. Apple was also big at the same time with their whatever it's called, Macintosh something one, I don't remember. They were also big at the time, and they branched separately. So there is a logical difference between PC compatible and Mac, because Mac was Unix based, PC was DOS based.
Yeah.
In today's market, they're really the same. Once Apple stopped making proprietary hardware and started using off-the-shelf parts, they're largely the same now.
Yeah.
But there was a long time where PC meant DOS compatible.
Yeah. But we digress. Back on to other tech topics here. Craig actually did point out Google Stadia brings console PC gaming to all devices. And I think that is absolutely awesome, because if you are into those more mainstream games like the Fallout or Skyrim or Satisfactory or Minecraft or anything like that, why you have the option of Google allowing you to play any of those on anything that you can run Google Chrome on.
Yeah, and that includes Mac.
That includes Mac, yes.
So, I mean, Stadia is likely going to be more successful at that same thing, except the fact that people who are into Mac and Apple devices are really bought into the ecosystem a lot of the time, and so they will stick with that, and they will go with that hardcore.
Yeah.
But people who are a little bit more open, a little bit don't care what kind of device they're using as long as it works, Google Stadia is going to be a better option.
Yeah. Bill Wilson stopped by. Thank you for joining us, Bill. He says, "Go team." I forgot. Oh yeah, Karl and Justin. LOL. Thanks, Bill. I know you're always there to support me. But yeah, Craig points out they already have Assassin's Creed and Doom on their list of games for Google Stadia. And, I mean, those Doom, I think is the most recent Doom game. I have that. I love it. It's awesome. And assuming everything gets worked out, we've kind of talked about this before, bandwidth limitations and, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But assuming everything works out, I think that's a great alternative for somebody that may not necessarily have the budget to get a nice gaming PC.
Right.
Or laptop.
Because you're paying a monthly fee instead of buying a PC outright in the front.
Yeah.
And the monthly fee gets you keeping up with about mid-range desktop performance.
Yeah.
So you never fall behind.
Yeah. Yeah, Craig kind of reiterating there. It can you can play Google Stadia on any Apple device. Mm-hmm. If it has full Chrome browser, it can play Google Stadia. Yes and no. Yes, that is true, but there are other things, and I'm not 100% sure how this is working yet. I've been trying to figure it out. Supposedly, you can stream a game to a Chromecast. And that doesn't have a full-fledged Chrome browser built into it.
Yeah, and what I was reading...
It's a variant of that.
What I was reading is that the with all the rest of the devices, you can use whatever controllers you want. Mm-hmm. But when you're using a Chromecast, you're going to have the Google controller. And it sounds like the controller is what's actually streaming to the Chromecast. Mm-hmm. And so the controller has enough smarts to make up for what the Chromecast doesn't.
Gotcha. And Craig did do the event on that, so he does have a little insight. I'm sure he probably knew that too about the Chromecast. But I think that's awesome because for a Chromecast, it's $35, $40 for just a basic one.
Depending on if you're watching for sales. Yeah. I got my first one for $5.
Yeah, I've got my very first one. I think I got for $5 also. But
it was 25.
The original
25.
Style.
Yeah. It was $25. But there was a $20 Google credit, so I just used that to buy other stuff.
Yeah.
So it was in the end $5.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty slick. We'll kind of see how that plays out. Microsoft also has their streaming service. Mm-hmm. There was another one that Linus Tech Tips did a video on where that was a completely different streaming service.
There's a lot of them popping up.
Yeah. So, kind of moving on here. Still talking about gaming. You guys have heard of NVIDIA for the most part, I'm sure.
Yeah, NVIDIA's getting into...
Oh, hold on. Stop the presses. Craig has actually bought a Google Home Hub. It's on its way.
I've gotten so close to buying the
Lenovo one, yeah.
Because it came down in price. If it had a price reduction and there was some discounts, and if I can find it for the right price, I think I'm going to step up to the Lenovo because it sounds like it's better. But... speaking of gaming and home assistance.
Yeah. This actually it ties it all together. So the NVIDIA is getting into the assistant program. This is Ron, the new voice of gaming. It is an AI-powered holographic assistant that delivers the unique thrill of a personalized PC gaming. Tell me that just wouldn't be sweet. They actually have a hologram pop up and project some different things there. Let's see. I don't know. We'll kind of skip and there we go. Let's close that out. You want the map of where you're playing right now? Go right ahead.
Yeah, he'll take care of a whole bunch of stuff. He'll give you tips, pointers.
Oh, I gotta just scroll down farther.
Tips, pointers. He'll yell at your team. No, he turns your yelling at your teammates into constructive feedback for your teammates.
Have anger issues? Ron uses all new adaptive rage converter technology.
I think you might need one.
I do. I'm an angry gamer. Now, Craig, you might hate me for this, but Craig is probably worse than I am. We used to play a lot of Call of Duty, and there'd be times we'd be playing, and all of a sudden, like, we'd be talking, and it would just go quiet. And then he'd pick back up. I was like, sorry, my headset came unplugged because I just threw my remote across the room. Which I've done it too. I've just F this game. Hopefully that didn't pick that up.
Yeah. And that's one thing. What I'm hoping is that they add the ability to also, tone down the sarcasm, because that would help me more.
Oh yeah.
Although
you kind of
at that point I might as well just mute my mic.
Right. Well, that's why I mute mine a lot, because in all reality, when you say something and I want to respond, I usually just mute. Shut the F up, Justin. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think you are.
No.
It's okay.
But yeah, so Ron, I think that could be great. And if you haven't quite caught on yet, this is another one
of our picks.
One of our picks for one of the best April Fool's Day jokes this year. So
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I would actually love to see this, and I think it'd be awesome. I just don't know if there's a market for them to justify building their own AI with a hologram.
Yeah, I think that it'd be kind of cool to have somebody else come into the market on a more gaming-centric one. But
yeah.
I don't know. The features that they're saying here are all joke features. Yeah. I don't know that there's actually anything that this would be able to do that.
I mean, I would like that holographic map. I think that would be
and
awesome.
That technology is actually not that far off.
Yeah.
Holographic stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, you're getting a phone call. So, Craig, actually, I want to jump back into the comments here. Craig says he has a bigger surprise coming soon. I'm curious. I actually just watched his video earlier today. I hope you don't mind, Craig. I'm going to show this on TV or on the channel here. Let's see, Craig's Tech Talk. If you haven't already watched the video, definitely watch it. It's how come he can't leave Apple, and then he even gets a few jabs at it. But capture page there. So hard to quit Apple. Why it's so hard to leave. And I found this very interesting. You guys should definitely check it out. I love random freezes. Craig's gonna hate me right now.
I haven't seen this video yet.
You should really watch it.
It seems like one that I would actually watch, and I probably would agree with, because once you're bought into an ecosystem, it's hard to leave. I'm starting to have that with Samsung.
Yep, you're kind of getting into that.
I get Samsung Watch, Samsung phone, Samsung earbuds, and so much, like the monitor we're using is a Samsung.
Everything's Samsung.
That one's a Samsung too. And just Samsung everything, and Samsung does make high quality products, but I'm starting to feel like I'm getting trapped into an ecosystem where it's like
if you go anything else,
anywhere else, it's not going to work as well.
No, and he touches on that. He talks about once you have a family that's in that ecosystem, it's you really can't get out of that because everything works so flawlessly. And where he's thought about going with the Google Pixel, which I still need to send him one if he's still interested in that. I haven't gotten around to it.
It's been like a week.
No, hold on. No. Our family is notorious for not shipping stuff.
Okay, I'll just put this in a box.
No. That's the good one. That one stays here. I'm gonna send him the old Pixel.
I don't have his address anyways. So.
Exactly, so you can't send it.
I'll just email it.
But
to him.
No. Craig back in December said he was gonna send me that drone that's sitting right over there that I haven't even taken out for a flight because the weather just has not been good for it. And when did I get that? Like
2 months ago.
2 months ago, and what were we? February, March? No, February. That's like 2 months.
February.
So I still have about 7 weeks before I'm his latest.
But the thing is, he's not trying to convert you with anything on that.
That's
drone.
true.
You're trying to convert him. You got to send it to him while it still has an impact.
And he's my cousin Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Says, "Are you going to the dark side, Craig?" Michelle, are you an Apple user too? Because I don't know if I.
Pretty sure she said that.
Did she say that last time? But he's, Craig responds, "That's funny, Michelle. I dabble in the dark side. That way I'm not talking out of my butt when he talks smack."
Yeah,
Which, I mean, it's good. Craig, you want to send me an old iPhone from 7 years ago? I'll try it out for a month.
I've used iPhones. I've used iPads.
I've used other people's stuff trying to show them how to do something.
For sessions at a time. I've never had one for, like, days.
Yeah.
And when you're using an iDevice casually, it's not much different than using an Android device.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you're getting into the nitty-gritty that they change a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's... I always, I'll be helping somebody with their iPhone, and I'm like, where's this thing at? They're like, I don't know. I'm like, how do you not know where stuff's out on your phone? But commit to only using the other side. But, yeah, so, Craig, I will get that sent out if you're still interested in that. But, yeah, definitely check out his video. Craig actually says he did a PC for 8 days, and he left his MacBook at home.
Yeah, that's the key, and that's what Linus does when he's doing phone reviews. Is he switches to that new phone as his primary phone for, I think, a month before he does the review on the phone, because that gives him an actual review. Because if you're only using it here and there, you're not really getting to know.
Yeah, you're not getting the full feel of it.
And that's the problem that I have with Apple devices is because I used to support all phones at work, getting email on it, and then sometimes finding settings was difficult.
Yeah. But yeah. So speaking of Google and Android fighting, Google is extending an olive branch, and if you're an iPhone user, you can start using Duplex. Which, if you guys haven't checked out Duplex, check out the video. It is their AI assistant that makes phone calls for you.
Really?
Yes. So you can say a wake word, which I don't want to trigger ours right now, and schedule me a haircut at the barber shop for men, and it will actually call. And if you haven't watched it, seriously watch the video, because it's they recorded the audio of the call, and it is insane. But it'll make the call. It will say what it's doing, listen for their response, and then continue the conversation, and it will go through all the steps. They showed, I think the video I watched had 2 different scenarios. One where everything just worked flawlessly, and it was, hey, I need to make an appointment for this. Okay, what time do you want it there? Or what time do you want the appointment? This time, blah, blah, blah. And then, done. And then the second one, there was a kind of a miscommunication there as they were talking, and Duplex was actually able to pick up the fact that this person wasn't understanding. Yeah, watch the video when the stream's over. I was blown away. I'm like, that is crazy.
So I should set up to call Karl and tell him off.
Oh, we should try that.
Yeah.
Duplex. We're gonna start playing.
Yeah, I heard of it. I didn't know it was called Duplex.
It's pretty slick.
I've never
so
used
with
it.
this, you are going to be getting that on all iPhones and a lot more Android phones. And the reason they say a lot more is you have to have Android 5.0 and higher, as well as any iPhones with the Google Assistant app installed. So if you already have it installed, you can use that to actually make those calls for you if you're busy.
It said it started this week. Is that
this
week? Or
this was just April 3rd.
Oh, so that was just yesterday.
Yeah, this was just yesterday. They're just rolling it out. So it had been debuted a couple months ago. But, Bill Wilson here, he says he watched the video. One was very hard to tell, and the other was easier to tell that it was an AI. Yes, it was a little bit easier, but I was thoroughly impressed. And, that's kind of one of the reasons, Google's Assistant, the actual voice, compared to the Amazon ones, I can tell when I'm talking to the Amazon Assistant, whereas when I'm talking to the Google Assistant, I don't feel like, oh, I'm talking to a robot. Not as much. Obviously, I know I'm talking to a robot, but it has a smoother voice. Oh, maybe Justin will actually make phone calls now.
I think that sounds like avoiding making phone calls to me.
Yeah. He doesn't have to make a phone call. He could have the Google Assistant do it.
Why call when Google can do it for me?
Yeah. So, and, I think that voice that they had in that video was great. I think the Google Assistant voice in general, depending on which voice you choose, because you do have different accents you can use. Don't know why, but there's some cool ones in there. But, did I open this one up? I think I did. But there's actually a new Google Assistant voice that you can get. For those of you that do have the Google Assistant. John Legend actually has a Google Assistant voice here. No.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah, I forgot to mute that again. I do that during videos sometimes. But yeah, if you actually go into your settings now, and I tried this when I read the article, you can go into your settings and you have your voice assistant. There's I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a big old star there.
Hi, John Legend here. I lent my voice to your Google Assistant so you can hear me do things like answer your questions, brief you on the weather, and tell jokes while the regular assistant voice handles the rest. Let's have some fun.
So, my thing with this is I need to not set it to that because that's just going to bug me. You can tell that it's John Legend's voice.
But you can also tell that he's not fluently saying
you can also tell that it's a robotic voice. Whereas, I mean, just doing, kind of the base one that comes with it.
Here are the voices you can pick for your Google Assistant. If
Like,
you
that
like this
sounds
voice and want me
natural.
to keep using it, just stop here.
It's better at getting the inflection right.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas some of the, Amazon, I feel, has a little bit of a problem with that. And even that John Legend one, it kind of just sounded weird. But
yeah,
you could have John Legend tell you jokes.
The inflection in your voice means a lot, and having a 100% synthesized voice like the Google Assistant is really good at changing the inflection in the voice.
But when you're taking a recording and trying to...
And I think the Google Assistant is started with a recorded voice.
Did it?
I know the Amazon one was a recorded voice. Because I'm pretty sure I've seen somebody interview the Amazon voice.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I mean, John Legend still sounds good, but you just tell a little more on that voice that it wasn't necessarily the best. But so yeah, what else do we have here? Mark Gump says, I always wanted the Mr. T voice for my GPS. I said, turn, fool. I pity the fool that doesn't make a turn in 200 feet.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. Google, if anybody knows a contact at Google, can I get a Mr. T voice? Like, tell me it wouldn't be great to have a Mr. T voice telling you how to bake chicken.
He'd do it too.
Say the wake word. Tell me how to bake chicken.
And
you need to turn your oven up to 450 degrees, sucker.
And the thing is, the inflection in his voice would be so much easier.
Oh yeah,
for an assistant too. It would sound so much more natural.
Yeah. Bill Wilson knows what I'm talking about here. Some of their voices are good. Others do have the robotic sound. I do feel like it seems like primarily the male voices are, for some reason, off, whereas the female voices that you have in there, because like everyone, like there's English.
Here are the voices
You can pick for your Google Assistant.
If you like this voice and want me to keep using
that
it,
one
just stop here.
sounds decently fine.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one that I use.
Here are the voices you can pick for your Google Assistant. If you
That
like
one's
this
still
voice
kind of
and want me to
robotic-y.
keep using it, just stop here.
Whoa.
I really can't understand
Here are
the difference
voices you can
between
pick for your Google
British and
Assistant.
Sydney, but I know one's Australian, one's English.
There was a little bit of a different accent.
Yeah.
GLaDOS's voice?
GLaDOS.
Absolutely. It's my brother.
Yeah. Alex, thank you for stopping by. GLaDOS.
Yeah.
GLaDOS. Oh, from Portal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, that would be an excellent one. I'll support that one. Somebody needs to get that going there.
Or Hal.
Hal? Oh, that'd be a good one.
And Hal is supposed to sound robotic, so
Yeah,
it'll work.
so it'd be perfect. Yeah, I'd talk to Hal. They had kind of, I don't know if you ever saw it, probably never seen it. Somebody out there may have. Moon with Sam Rockwell. It was literally like him by himself on the moon for like 99% of the video. And he had a robot that was his own voice talking back to him. Google, can I get my own voice to tell me how to do stuff?
Yeah, you train it. You're training your voice, and it uses your voice.
There you go. They don't have to worry about getting different accents.
Most people hate the sound of their own voice. Nobody would use it.
Oh, no, I would use it. I'd use it, and I'd set it up and somehow hack your system to always use my voice.
No, so we could hack your system to always use my voice, and then you can be annoyed at it telling you stuff too.
Oh yeah, there we go. Stop telling me what to do, Justin. I know I asked you how to cook chicken, but
don't act like I'm an idiot.
Don't.
I'm not trying to act like you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
You're an idiot. Wait. Are we fighting already?
Again,
we're fighting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, another Google Assistant feature that they are coming out with. Let me pull this up here. Let me just get that page lined up right here. Google Assistant added a new language translator. Yeah, translator. Your Google Assistant now speaks to Lippish. Another April Fool's joke if you didn't quite get that. If you watch the video, it'll actually just sit there and be like, I need more water, I need more light, I need more water. So
yeah, they're very demanding.
Thought that was funny, yeah. They're very, very demanding.
Yeah, so actually a little bit down on there, should also mention that the other April Fool's joke that I thought was really funny is
Further down. Keep going. Keep going. Which one are we looking for here? Use your big words.
That one.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
T-Mobile's bringing back the phone booth.
The phone booth, which I don't think they exist anywhere anymore in the U.S.
The funny thing...
Somebody definitely correct me if I'm wrong, but...
the funny thing about this is that's the CEO of T-Mobile.
Is that really the CEO of T-Mobile?
That's the CEO of T-Mobile. He is in their April Fool's video.
Whoa. Let's just mute that there.
Yeah, I can't really hear you.
Yeah, that's the CEO of T-Mobile running right there.
Yeah, I can't hear anything. Everywhere you go, there's noise and distraction.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, so without watching the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a phone booth that you go into and you plug your phone in, and there's a screen, and so it like mirrors your screen onto there, so you can do your phone stuff on a bigger screen, and it's soundproof.
And,
so it blocks out the other sound. So it has some somewhat useful stuff behind it, but it sounds like, even though it's an April Fool's joke, it sounds like there might actually be 3 of them out in the wild somewhere.
Oh, no. Really? What the... yeah, I'm going to have to look that up there.
Yeah, well, I'll have to look at it, because it sounded like they were saying that there were 3 of them out in the wild. But I don't know if that was part of the April Fool's joke, or if it actually is out there.
Portable Personal Space by T-Mobile. I don't think that's it. No, that's definitely not that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that, because that would be pretty funny to see that there's actually these out in the wild somewhere that people are using. I mean, it's not a half bad idea if you had that at a bar or something.
Yeah, like a booth in a bar
Just
that had like a charging cable, little screen in there.
Yeah, I don't know about the full touch screen. Last thing you want somebody seeing is those.
I don't think it was a touch screen. I think it was just a mirror. You used your phone for all your touch, and it just is a big...
But if you're like looking through your own pictures, not realizing that you're on that screen and other people can see it, that ex-girlfriend that sent you that picture might be a little...
To do screen mirroring through a device like that, you have to go and like turn it on, so it's going to have to have like...
But yeah, I mean that's not a half bad idea.
It unlocks for T-Mobile customers. Like, so you need to be a T-Mobile customer, and then you're supposed to be able to like put your phone up to it and open it up, and then go inside and use it. It'd be a great advertisement to throw in places that are normally allowed, like bars.
Yeah,
you know. It's probably way too expensive.
Yeah.
Which is why it
Find
sounds
some
like
real
only,
estate
like, 3 of
somewhere
them
in
out
like
there.
the Times Square in New York or something. Just plop one of those.
I think it was like St. Louis, somewhere like in the middle of a big open area. Chicago or something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. What else do we have? Oh, we did not talk about that. Yeah. Did we talk about that? No, not that one. Where'd it go? That one. We haven't talked about this one.
We haven't talked about this one yet.
You know, earlier we were talking about headphones and how, Apple has their AirPods. You have your,
the Galaxy Buds, and I'll give a really quick update. Last week I was talking about the sound quality wasn't like, it was good but not great. There was an update that went through, and after that I don't know if it changed the way it was connecting or what. They sound a lot better.
Oh, okay.
I think I was having a Bluetooth connection issue.
Oh, gotcha.
They sound a lot better now.
Nice.
So something like that. I also dropped them down the stairs. And
now his case
they
is
still work.
stretched.
The case is big dents in it, but they still work.
Nice. Do it real quick. iPac, he hopped on and said there are 100,000 active phone booths in the U.S. I'd imagine you're probably big cities, New York, L.A., stuff like that. Maybe.
I know at the government center there used to be one. It wasn't a full booth, but it was a payphone. But they took that out 6 years ago.
Yeah.
That seemed like really that's still there. But they told everyone they were taking it out.
Still there. Yeah.
But I used to use that when I was in high school. You'd call collect to like, hey mom, you need to come pick me up.
Hey mom, come pick me up like as quickly as possible. Say your name
I'm done,
now.
pick me up.
Yeah. But so anyways, back to headphones. Amazon is making their first wearable. So Amazon reportedly working on Alexa earbuds to take on Apple's AirPods. So basically, their AirPods or the Samsung Galaxy Airbuds or Galaxy Buds, but they're going to have the Alexa digital assistant built in.
Yeah, and the Buds, the Samsung Buds, they don't have the assistant built in, but they do have the shortcut built in to trigger your assistant.
Yeah. So
you can still use it with your phone, but it's not like built into it.
This came with a pair of headphones, not wireless Pixel headphones or anything, but this came with a pair of headphones that have a little touch volume and pause and everything. And when nothing's going on, if you tap one of the buttons, it triggers the assistant, which is pretty slick.
You long press the left earbud, and it triggers the assistant.
Yeah. And I think, having that is really nice because, there are going to be times where you have your headphones in and, you may not necessarily be able to hear what's going on the phone. But I thought it was interesting. It's kind of a monkey see, monkey do. Everybody's going to start making their own earbuds. I'm waiting for Google to do it too. I'm sure it's just a matter of time.
Google needs to get in on the hardware market more. I mean, they make pretty good phones. Yep. Very, very good phones.
I was about to say, pretty good phones. This one's pretty solid.
Like, I imagine that if we swapped phones, we'd both still be happy with the phones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I would still prefer this, and I'm sure you'd still prefer that.
Yeah, and that's only because of the Samsung proprietary stuff. Like the Samsung.
I mean, you don't have this.
I don't need that. Why do I need that?
I don't know.
I'm not an artist. I don't need to do notes or anything.
I take notes on that occasionally.
Yeah,
I go to a meeting.
No reason to have notes on that.
Didn't bring my notepad when I went to this meeting because I didn't think I was need to take notes. Well,
just turn on voice recorder and you record everything that's going on.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like that though. I recorded a couple of meetings. We had these large meetings, and when we first started recording the meetings, we had to tell people, okay, we're going to start recording them. Yeah. We're only using them to make better notes later, and then we're deleting the files.
Yeah. Got to make sure everybody knows. Yeah, Craig brought up a good point. If I ever need to talk to my Google Assistant while I'm out jogging. Yeah, that's, darn well that's not going to happen.
I mean, it depends on where you're jogging, too.
Depends on who I'm running after.
Or running from.
Yes. Which is pretty much going to be Ice Cream Man or a bear.
No, truck, get back here. Google Assistant, tell the truck to stop.
Oh, yeah. So, Good stuff out there.
Call the ice cream truck. The number's in the back.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have? Did I miss anything in the notes? I'm trying to get everybody I could here. I have a very small window because of how we have it set up. We really need a second monitor in here.
Yeah, I need to get another. I've got other monitors.
Actually, if anything, we can probably take this and rotate. But anyways, I have other monitors we can bring in too.
I've got like 4 monitors in the closet.
Yeah.
But they're just not widescreen, so I don't like using
Oh, yeah. Well, I got a widescreen we can use. You got anything else for us? I think we've kind of run out. I'm going through tabs right now. I'm not as well prepared as I thought.
No, we covered quite a bit. As far as other things that I've been watching in tech, there's not really been a whole lot. Update on my computer. I've overclocked the memory to 3200 and it's working great. Overclocked memory. Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
My wife's computer, we're starting to talk about replacing her memory because hers is only 2400.
Oh,
and
trying to get a little
she's
more.
got a Ryzen processor, and they benefit greatly from increased clock speeds and memory. So I want to move her up to about a 3000 or a 3200.
Yeah, and I was actually looking at pricing on, because I always do. One of these days I'll have a new computer. Pricing is really coming down on a lot of things.
So if I buy my wife some faster memory, do you want a good deal on some 2400 DDR4? 32 gigs of it.
32 gigs? Yeah. No, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the 1700X because it was like dirt cheap.
Yeah,
that's what she's got. And that's a solid processor.
What I've read really recently is that the 1700 and the 1700X are basically the same chip.
Yeah, and just as a higher.
The 1700X has a higher base clock speed, but you can overclock both of them to about the same top limit. So if you can get the 1700 for even cheaper, and you're okay with overclocking.
Yeah. Well.
Then you can get the 1700 to above 1700X in performance is my understanding. It's at least true with the 2700 and the 2700X.
Okay.
And I think
I'll look into that more. Because I'm okay with staying one generation behind there, because anything's going to be better than the processor.
Well, the 3000 series should be coming out soon. So if you want to be one generation behind,
anything's going to be an upgrade compared to what I have. Although mine does work fine, so I'm not in too big of a hurry.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I was looking actually performance-wise on your setup. I have an
AMD FX 8350. It's an 8-core processor from 2013. I can pull it up.
So
here.
if we do FX 8350 versus 1700X.
So let's see if I can't find a launch day on this beast. Oh, you could still pick them up for $75. But it's an 8-core processor, no threads, base clock 4 gigahertz, which is pretty cool. Let's see.
So the 1700X is only 60% faster.
Only 60% faster.
60% faster than your current processor. Well, but is that your bottleneck? Is that actually being a bottleneck for you?
No,
It may not be. I would argue, like, what is your storage solution right now?
SSD.
But what type of SSD?
Just a
SATA.
Yeah.
An older.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because
you might benefit better from getting a PCI Express to M.2 card. Throw that in there. Get a M.2 NVMe.
I really don't have much in the way of bottlenecks as far as day-to-day use. Like, my system is pretty well balanced, but getting into, I want to get upgraded monitors. Mm-hmm. I want to be able to push those monitors harder, which means I need a better video card.
So
and pretty much anything, right? Pretty much anything I put in over that 1060, my processor becomes the bottleneck.
Yeah, and it's not. I think it's not as far behind as you think it is.
But I'm a tech guy. I always want new stuff.
So it really depends.
That's what it comes down to. I got a processor. Yeah, I was going to actually look up. Let's see, AMD 8350 release date. That was October 2012.
Quarter 4 of 2012.
Yeah. So 5-year difference. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still been a great processor.
1800X is only 66% faster.
Yeah.
1700 is 52% faster. and we compare yours to mine.
But yeah, I think we're getting a little off topic here. I don't want to compare it to yours.
Oh, mine's only 118% faster than yours.
Oh, that's all?
That's it.
How much did you pay for that?
$550.
Yeah, exactly. No.
More than a lot of people have paid for
their whole
PCs.
PC, yeah. So Alex, or aka Zelric, phenomenal cosmic powers. Itty bitty living space. Aladdin. It's a good movie.
Yep.
But I think we are gonna wrap it up there. It's 8:00. We try and keep this about an hour or so. What'd you guys think? Did we miss anything that you guys caught up on, or that you guys know about? Leave a comment down below. Definitely kind of curious to see what other, because I could only read so much, and find out so much tech news. So if you guys know of anything else, drop it in the comments below.
Or send it to his Twitter.
Oh yeah, Twitter @RealGingerTech. When are you going to create a Twitter account?
I have one. I don't use it. You ask me this every week.
Yeah. You see where it went?
So
when I started doing the videos with Craig, it was always, when are you going to start a video? When are you going to start a video? When are you going to start a channel? And finally, I'm just like, God, Craig, I'll do it. And
yeah, but
now here I am with 139 followers.
What's the Twitter going to gain me?
More people, so that when you start your own channel or your own series, they'll be like, oh, I gotta go check out Justin.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah, tech for your needs. Sorry if you are just a little bit late. Thank you for stopping by, though. Be sure to check out the replay. We seem to have that like every week. There's always one person that shows up right as we're wrapping up.
Yep.
So,
that's okay.
Yeah, there's always the replay. And you can kind of fast forward through some of the boring parts there that you don't care about.
Mostly when his mouth's moving, you can just skip it.
I don't know why we're friends. Anyways, thank you all for joining us. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you know anybody that might like it, be sure to hit that. Tell them to check it out. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon to be notified. Also, on the way out, Craig did point out Tech Bros tomorrow night. Live at 5 p.m., whatever it is, West Coast time, 7 p.m. Central time. I don't know where everybody else is at, so I don't know time zones very well, obviously.
We should just always list our time in GMT. From now on. GMT, it's all we're using.
Yes. So 7 p.m. Greater Mountain Time.
No, Greenwich Mean Time.
Oh yeah. No, that really screwed, because we're
plus,
5 hours.
We're -5 right now.
Yeah, -5 now.
So that would be midnight.
Yeah.
Greenwich Mean Time. That's when we start.
So, all right. Well, thank you all for stopping by. Hope everybody enjoyed. Have a great night.
See ya.
See ya. I think we're done.
You hit stop there.